computer science grads now face a 6.1% unemployment rate. That's ranked 7th highest among all college majors, higher than the overall recent graduate average of 4.8%. Even philosophy majors have better job prospects at 3.2%. If you're a developer expecting $200,000 in 2026, the game has completely changed, and most people are playing by the old rules. Here's what nobody's telling you. While national software engineer salaries grew modestly to $130,000 median, entry-level positions have collapsed. Tech salary growth hit just 3.3% in 2025, and real purchasing power is stagnating. Meanwhile, fresh CS grads who were promised $165,000 starting salaries are now fighting for $80,000 offers when they can even get interviews. But here's the twist. AI engineers at the same companies, they're pulling $917,000 in total compensation. The money didn't disappear, it moved. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly where it went, why this happened, and what you need to do before you become obsolete. So here's what actually happened. Between 2021 and 2022, tech companies went absolutely insane. They were hiring at any cost, pushing entry-level salaries way beyond sustainable levels. Fresh bootcamp grads were getting $150,000 to $180,000 offers in Silicon Valley. Companies were terrified of missing out on digital transformation, so they overhired and they overpaid. Now they're correcting. Over 100,000 tech workers were laid off in 2025 alone. That's on top of the 150,000 laid off in 2024. But here's the brutal part. This isn't a recession. This is entry-level positions collapsing, and reality looks very different than what we were sold. See, while everyone was rushing into tech, something else was happening. Computer science became the most popular major during the boom years. Universities pumped out record numbers of CS grads, 112,000 bachelor's degrees in 2023 alone, up from previous years. Everyone learned the same stack, built the same portfolio projects. Supply exploded, demand collapsed. Software job postings on Indeed dropped 72% between February 2022 and August 2025. Basic economics. When supply goes up and demand goes down, prices fall. In this case, the price is your salary. But that's only half the story, because something way more fundamental changed. In 2025, AI generated 41% of all code written. Let that sink in. Nearly half of all code now comes from AI tools. And here's what this actually means. Companies figured out that one senior engineer with AI tools can do what a team of 4 used to do. The math is simple. Why pay 4 developers $120,000 each when you can pay one exceptional developer $250,000 and give them AI tools? You save $230,000 per year. But here's where it gets really brutal for junior developers. See, companies used to hire juniors to write boilerplate code, fix simple bugs, handle repetitive tasks. That was the apprenticeship model. You started junior, learned on the job, and worked your way up. AI killed that model. ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot can write boilerplate code instantly. They don't need a salary, benefits, or training, so entry-level positions basically vanished. Meanwhile, companies are desperately hiring senior engineers who can architect systems and review AI-generated code. Now here's the thing about AI-generated code that nobody talks about. It's incredibly fast. But here's the problem. A recent study found 48% of AI-generated code contains security vulnerabilities. You get code that compiles perfectly, looks clean on the surface, but has missing features, broken edge cases, and security holes. This is actually where I've been using something that completely changed my workflow. It's called TestSprite MCP. I saw it trending everywhere recently, hit #1 on Product Hunt, and honestly, I was skeptical. Another AI tool promising to fix AI problems? Sure, but I tried it anyway, and I'm genuinely impressed. Here's how it actually works. You install their MCP plugin right into Cursor or whatever coding IDE you're using. One-click installation. Takes like 30 seconds. Then you give it your project and your requirements doc. And what happens next is honestly kind of wild. TestSprite reads your code and your product spec. It automatically generates a comprehensive test plan. Then it writes all the actual test code for you, runs every single test on their cloud servers, analyzes the results, and builds you a detailed bug report. Then, and this is the part that blew my mind, it pushes that report straight back into your coding AI. So now Cursor knows exactly what's broken and how to fix it. They keep looping back and forth until everything passes. I literally sat there for 20 minutes watching 2 AIs debug my entire app together while I grabbed coffee. And here's the kicker. Their benchmark data shows it boosts AI coding accuracy from around 42% to over 93%. and it's completely free to try right now. I'll drop a link in the description. Now here's the thing most devs aren't seeing yet. The high-paying developer jobs, they're not going to people who just use AI to write code faster. They're going to people who know how to validate AI output, who understand that speed without accuracy is completely worthless, who can orchestrate multiple AI tools together to actually deliver production-ready software. That's the skill gap companies are paying a premium for right now. The market bifurcated into 3 tiers. Tier 1, elite engineers making $250,000 to $900,000. AI/ML specialists, staff plus engineers, infrastructure architects. Tier 2, solid mid-level developers making $120,000 to $200,000. Full-stack engineers with business impact, domain experts, and technical leads. Tier 3, struggling entry-level and generalists making $60,000 to $100,000. Recent bootcamp grads, generic developers without specialized skills. So what do you actually do about this? First, if you're trying to break into tech right now, understand this. The traditional path is dead. You can't just learn to code, apply to 500 junior jobs, and expect one to land. Instead, you need to specialize early. Pick AI, infrastructure, security, or another high-demand niche. Companies are evaluating who creates value and who's replaceable. Make it obvious which category you're in. Look, the era of easy tech money is over. The days of learning JavaScript and coasting to $200,000 are done. But here's the thing. If you develop genuine expertise in a high-value area, your earning potential is higher than it's ever been. The market is pricing skills more accurately now. Elite engineers are making more. Average engineers are making less. The question isn't whether this is fair. The question is, which side will you be on? So stop chasing the old playbook. Stop building to-do apps. Stop applying to hundreds of generic jobs. Start building real skills that AI can't replicate. Start creating measurable business impact. Start positioning yourself as irreplaceable. Because the developers who adapt to this new reality won't just survive, they'll thrive. And if you're wondering which AI tools are separating the $80,000 developers from the $300,000 ones, I broke down the exact shift 99% are missing in my previous video. Just click it and I'll see you there.